Most buyers assume spending $500 more on Samsung would guarantee better performance, but RTINGS tests revealed that cheaper Hisense delivers double the peak brightness. The Hisense U8QG hits 5,000 nits for $1,288, while the Samsung QN90F maxes at 2,500 nits for $1,799. Yet Samsung's glare-free screen technology changes everything for bright rooms. RTINGS lab measurements, 231 verified customer reviews across Best Buy and Reddit. Reliability threads reveal what actually matters. You'll know exactly which TV fits your room and viewing habits by the end. Links in the description. Track current deals that change daily, so make sure to check them out. The Hisense crushes Samsung in raw numbers, 5,000 nits peak versus 2,500 nits, but RTINGS discovered a critical flaw. The U8QG's PQEOTF tracking, the curve measuring how accurately a TV displays brightness levels filmmakers intended, runs 15 to 30% too bright across most HDR scenes. This means watching The Batman on the Hisense shows artificially brightened shadows that Dolby Vision mastering never intended. According to RTINGS testing, almost all scenes in HDR content are much brighter than intended. Samsung's QN90F delivers excellent PQEOTF tracking that adheres to filmmaker standards, so your HDR movies look exactly as mastered. But buyers don't seem to care. Best Buy reviews for the U8QG average 4.8 stars, with customers repeatedly mentioning being blown away by HDR impact. One verified reviewer watching Dune Part 2 called it a stunning visual experience that rivals 3,000 OLEDs. The overbright presentation creates emotional punch that technically accurate viewers might hate, but average families seem to love. Samsung reviewers praise incredible picture clarity, but rarely mention the same jaw-dropping HDR reactions. For local dimming zones, the LED sections that turn on and off to create contrast, the Hisense packs 2,048 to 5,376 zones, depending on size, while Samsung's 75-inch model contains approximately 900 zones. More zones mean less blooming. The halo effect around bright objects on dark backgrounds. RTINGS confirms the Hisense shows minimal blooming, while Samsung exhibits little blooming in standard viewing that gets noticeably worse in game mode. Film purists want Samsung's accurate EOTF tracking, HDR exactly as bastard. Everyone else wants eye-searing brightness that makes Dune look better than the theater and saves $500 doing it. But none of this matters if your living room windows turn the screen into a mirror. Samsung's glare-free technology destroys the Hisense in bright environments. UL Solutions independently verified Samsung's matte coating reduces reflections to near zero even with direct sunlight hitting the screen. Best Buy reviewers with windowed living rooms consistently rank this as transformative. One verified buyer with south-facing windows stated it stands up to direct light perfectly while watching afternoon football. The Hisense uses standard anti-reflection coatings that can't compete when windows or lamps create screen glare. The trade-off hits picture quality. Samsung's matte finish slightly reduces color saturation in bright rooms compared to glossy screens. RTINGS notes subtle color saturation loss that purists notice but most viewers never spot. The Hisense maintains full color vibrancy but becomes unwatchable when sunlight reflects directly on screen. Reddit users in the R4K TV community specifically recommend Samsung for rooms with unavoidable window placement, where glare presents architectural constraints you can't solve with curtains. For SDR brightness, regular cable TV, and streaming without HDR, Samsung exceeds 3,000 nits, while Hisense delivers around 770 nits typical brightness. This 4 times advantage means Samsung's daytime soap operas and news broadcasts pop with detail even in sun-flooded rooms. 43% of Samsung's 5-star Amazon reviews specifically mention sports viewing in bright conditions, praising visibility that glossy competitors can't match. Choose Samsung if your room has windows you can't cover during viewing. Choose Hisense if you control ambient lighting with curtains or watch primarily at night. Motion performance separates these TVs in unexpected ways. Both TVs suffer motion issues, but for different reasons. RTINGS measured the Hisense pixel response time, how fast pixels change color, and found slow pixel transitions mean fast motion lacks some clarity when gaming. The Samsung shows nearly identical problems with slow pixel transitions in game mode, leading to blurry motion. Buyers watching Premier League soccer on Samsung consistently report choppy playback during quick camera pans, with one Best Buy reviewer calling it a deal breaker that forced a return. The Hisense motion processing, the AI system that creates intermediate frames to smooth movement, introduces different artifacts. Multiple Reddit users report ghosting, faint duplicate images trailing fast objects, and fuzzy edges in certain gaming scenarios. Tom's Guide noted strange motion-related artifacts persist across multiple U8 generations, including red-tinted color fringing during fast pans. Samsung's NQ4 AI Gen 3 processor delivers superior upscaling for lower resolution content, but can't fix the fundamental pixel speed limitation. For sports specifically, 34% of negative Samsung reviews mention motion disappointment. One verified buyer stated poor upscaling and poor motion handling made them return the TV within a week. The Hisense fares slightly better with sports according to Best Buy feedback, with users mentioning acceptable motion when properly configured by disabling certain motion enhancement settings buried in menus. Neither TV competes with LG's OLED instant pixel response or Sony's motion processing. The Hisense dominates the 165Hz native refresh rate, Samsung's 144Hz on smaller models. 165Hz is only on Samsung's 98-inch and larger sizes. That 21Hz difference means smoother frame delivery when your PC or console outputs high frame rates. The U8QG includes AMD FreeSync Premium Pro certification and a USB-C DisplayPort input. TechRadar confirmed this lets PC gamers connect laptops directly. The port lacks the VRR support and can hit the 1080p at 288Hz rates dedicated gaming monitors offer. Samsung provides 4 HDMI 2.1 ports versus Hisense's 3. All Samsung ports support full 4K at 165Hz bandwidth. Critical if you're connecting PlayStation 5 Pro, Xbox Series X, and a gaming PC simultaneously. Best Buy reviewers with multiple consoles specifically praise Samsung's port quantity. One verified gamer runs PS5, Xbox, and Switch OLED without constantly swapping cables. Input lag measures low at higher refresh rates on Hisense according to RTINGS testing, though they note slower pixel transitions reduce motion clarity. Samsung's game mode introduces a critical flaw. Black levels degrade noticeably, and RTINGS confirms noticeably worse blooming when gaming versus movie modes. One Reddit user complained black levels appear elevated and less impactful during 4+ hour Elden Ring sessions. PC gamers with single setups benefit from Hisense's 165Hz panel and USB-C connectivity. Console collectors juggling PS5, Xbox, and Switch appreciate Samsung's 4 HDMI 2.1 ports. Neither TV fixes the motion blur competitive shooters hate. The Hisense supports Dolby Vision, HDR10+, and HDR10, while Samsung refuses Dolby Vision entirely. This matters for Xbox Series X and PS5 Pro owners since both consoles support Dolby Vision gaming. Netflix, Disney+, and Apple TV Plus stream Dolby Vision content that downgrades the HDR10+ on Samsung, losing scene-by-scene metadata. According to Business Insider testing, Dolby Vision gaming on the Hisense produces stunning visual impact with titles like Halo Infinite and Forza Horizon 5. Samsung owners miss this entirely. One Best Buy reviewer specifically complained about limited Dolby Vision support after buying the QN90F, expecting premium HDR compatibility. For 4.1.2 channel audio, Hisense outputs 72 to 82 watts depending on size, with a built-in subwoofer that delivers real bass. Samsung's 4.2.2 system delivers only 60 watts without a dedicated subwoofer. TechRadar noted the Hisense subwoofer can distort at high volume, but still beats most TV speakers. Samsung compensates with Q Symphony soundbar syncing. The 29% price gap, $511 for 65-inch models, buys you 3 Samsung features: glare-free coating, better EOTF tracking, and 1 extra HDMI port. You get higher peak brightness, more local dimming zones, Dolby Vision support, a 165Hz panel, and more audio output with the Hisense. Samsung charges premium pricing for anti-reflection tech and accuracy. Best Buy reviews show clear buyer psychology. Hisense buyers talk about value. Samsung buyers talk about glare handling. RTINGS also found the TCL QM8K outperforms Hisense at the same price. Samsung has no competitor in glare-free viewing. Hisense offers a 2-year warranty versus Samsung's 1 year. Some Reddit threads warn about Samsung power board failures on unrelated OLED models. Tom's Guide cites persistent Hisense motion artifacts. Best Buy reviews show 8% uniformity issues for Hisense and 12% blooming complaints for Samsung. Both TVs have quirks, but no catastrophic trends. The Hisense U8QG wins for most buyers with superior brightness, gaming features, and Dolby Vision at 29% lower cost. Choose Hisense if you control room lighting, want maximum features, and prioritize brightness and gaming. Choose Samsung QN90F if glare is your biggest enemy and you need reflection-free performance in sun-filled rooms. Accept weaker motion and no Dolby Vision in exchange for Samsung's matte coating and accuracy. For dark room home theaters, neither TV is ideal. LG C5 OLED or Sony Bravia 7 are better choices. The Hisense wins on value and features, Samsung wins in bright rooms. Your room determines the winner. Check the description for current pricing. Black Friday deals shift daily. Comment with your room setup and viewing distance and I'll help recommend the right choice.